Welcome to Stealth Artisan Live. I'm ASHLER. This is part 21 of our Death Stranding 2 streams. Let's continue on the beach. Oh, he's more to say?
Woo-hoo-hoo! Looking clean as a whistle.
So, what is this? My thought process. There's an interesting thing with media where it like sustains culture. It's the kind of goes into the notion of the meme thing. So, the shower thing, the clothing designer kind of stuff vibe, him giving you pat on the back. I could see that our current culture, maybe there's a subculture that's starting to spring up due to, I don't know, being just kind of shut-ins and stuff like that, not taking care of yourself. So, notion of eating food regularly. I know Kojima has been a big person on, like, you know, time management and stuff like that with the games too, or at least poking at it. They say, hey, you might want to chill out. Okay. Which, speaking, I'm gonna do exactly what Sam's doing here. I want to say I was doing that ritual before the game came out, but who knows? Maybe I kind of. I don't know if I could track that. The first game, if I was doing it before the first game or not. I would want to say that yes, I was. Because I'm obsessed with doing washing or getting my face wet and then doing some aloe vera on it. Very refreshing. Let's see here. So let's go to the surface. We'll take a look at how much of our suit has healed itself versus not. Ooh.
Extraction was successful. It was transferred to a sterilized pod and sent to a separate facility.
Ready to proceed with corpse disposal? 1.
That was interesting. That felt like it was more from Lou's perspective, maybe? That was the covering was pulling off to see from the pod's perspective, but then that could have been Lucy, because she could have had a baby and then been pregnant from, I'm pretty sure, no, she's supposed to be pregnant from Neil, which is so confusing because Sam's wife is also Lucy, so it's like them doubling down on that name is Weird. People can have two different, there's the same name, but usually in fiction, that's not as common because of that notion of that confusion. Well, that's fun. You can hear it being moved around. Okay,
I'm Sam!
oh. Standard orders completed. 3 out of 8. That's helpful. That is helpful. So, why didn't they still separate the availability, though? Because if you had the notion of availability, then you'd be better off. I do like the notion, though. I know that I've gotten all S's. So, I only have 4. I have 4 completed. So we're good. Come up here. 2, 2. So we're not like I've gotten all the LLs that I possibly can. It feels like, besides the notion of going to Mexico, which I think I'm gonna push more forward in this area. I'm kind of really wanting to get more tech and then cycle back into Mexico. So let's go ahead and see what she has to say here and possibly do our next notion of the mission. I'm surprised, is this not, did we not bring this area online? Huh. Weird. So we started a facility outside the chiral network. That makes no sense, right? Is that what's going on? Yeah. I call bullshit. We created shit, 3D printed shit outside the network. That's, I feel like Kojima screwed up right there. That shouldn't have happened. Or did I screw up? Was I supposed to do something extra while I was there to make that make sense, and I didn't. I went ahead and did other stuff out of context. I'm gonna actually try to head back over there then. Gonna do that before. We'll get interrupted with a story dump here, though.
Sam, your next destination is the Northern Environmental Observatory. Like its Western counterpart, This observatory is a critical facility that will help us to monitor the changes taking place in the Australian environment. To bring it online, you'll have to navigate the canyon to the northeast of your current position. But before that, you'll need to link up another site en route.
Sam, the next site we want you to link up is called Rainbow Valley. A friend of Drawbridge is waiting for you there. Once the network connection has been established, they'll be joining us on the DHV Magellan. I recruited them myself when we first met in the UCA. You can pick up the order from the delivery terminal. I'm looking forward to seeing you both. Thanks again, Sam.
Okay. So it doesn't look like I can do that, what I was saying from here. Which is weird. I would have thought this would have been it. Guess it's over here. But that... I wonder if I can actually take my vehicle with me then.
Okay.
No. Huh. It's just for repair. Take a look at this. Okay. I don't know if that's gonna unlock the section that we were dealing with over there or not. Facilities features, maybe? Ah, yes. Hopefully I'll have a decent save to, well, cancel. Gonna make it easy on me. Let's look at, yeah, that. Ah! That's weird. Come on. Came in. Here. Yeah. I'll go ahead and see if I can't jump off. We may get closer. Did a good job with the vibes of this. Yeah, this should not be a thing, man. What am I doing? Yeah, that stuff does feel like it's not powered. It's all this different weird lighting. But why didn't they have me? Connect the network here. This is weird.
Can anybody hear me?
Let's take a look at this again. Maybe that's it? Where the connection is at? Ooh, yeah. There's a paver there. So I could go see, go throw some stuff into that, right? I think this place does specifically alloy. Wonder how much alloy. Alloy. How much do you need? 7. Ugh. Weird. Works like that, huh? Okay, well let's just load then. Yeah, I still call shenanigans. I'd be fine if this place was itself, but because it chiral printed a track and a thing on the side, that's bullshit. There's no reason why it should do that outside the chiral network. That is so weird. Alright. Let's see here. I have a huge problem when games are just fiction, when fiction isn't trying hard enough. You need to sit down and create your rules and only break them for a specific reason. Them breaking it over there is just stupid. Though I feel this game does a lot of that. It's just very dreamlike. It's like they don't. A lot of this stuff I feel is like excuses. excuses to do this, excuses to do that. It's just like the mind creating bullshit to make something make sense. Let's look at the easiest way to do this. So they're there. I'm gonna say the quickest way would be coming up here and dropping down, but that would not be helpful for the vehicle. Crossing this river is, we could get across by that. Do that. It's on this side of the, yeah, okay. Yeah. So from here, so we're going to put one here. Let's actually remove all of them. Start brush. Okay, we start here with one. Go to here. And we're going to, looks like the BT territory over there. So we'll have to deal with that. We can test out our gun thing. I will double check some stuff with that. Let's offload for a minute. He might want us to use the bigger thing or go on foot. Because I did unlock that. Let's take a look here. Well, there's something that we... Whoa. Okay, so I could do it But I would have to leave the floating carrier here. Or some guns. Which is... Okay. I have that, so that'll help that out. Yeah. We don't get this right here, but that's fine. Ish. Cause what is it? That's 100. Is there any way that we could pull from 100? Because I know, like, when we're out and about, when we get to outside the chiral network, that's not important, and these aren't important. So that's 20, 20, no, 20, 60, 60, 80, 100 there. So right when we get outside the chiral network, we could come into here and turn this off, but we would need to do it outside the chiral network before we went in, because we can't change it when we go inside of it.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Oh, it's not finished. Oh, this one is, though. Rainbow Valley. I'll attempt to try to grab that one thing there. Is this gonna be our spotter dudes? So let's switch to this and this. Hopefully I'll be able to get out of okay, I think clip this. Okay, come on. What the fuck? Why are you doing that? What the fuck was that? That's so weird. Did I just... What? Did I just put the thing away is what happened? That's weird. There's a lot over there. Let's try to go around. Where? Oh, fuck. He is close. Okay, let's take a look at this. Okay, we're right on that edge. So, this is where we would swap out. So we're going to turn you off, you off, you off. Oh, what is this? You have... Well, hold on. Because what did I want? I wanted this turned on? What did I want turned on? It's... Social strand. What did that do? Do I still have the people I want to have connected? That's all that matters to me, really. Yes. How is he doing, by the way? Johnny is... Okay, and... Oh, Nav's only playing on the next one up. He's not doing the hardest difficulty. Okay. think I'm just gonna go straight in. So is this gonna be rainy, maybe?
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Hold on a minute. Are you Sam? Then does this mean the drawbridge has finally come to the valley? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you could make it. It's an honor to welcome you here. The cargo's in fine condition. Perfect, even. Of all the things you could have brought us, where did you even find this? We'll be hoping to see more of you in the future. The next step involves the Cupid, yeah? Okay then, let's do this.
So I don't think that's an LLL mission. I'll find out here real quick. See here. Ooh. Fires, okay. Jet of tar, okay. Okay, so don't use on catchers. Unless you want to. I would actually give a reason why you'd want to do that, to be honest. Where you could actually attack something that would drop off like ads, and then you would farm the ads and then constantly heal the thing. Because you have to damage it to get it to release ads. So.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Okay.
The connection looks strong and steady to me. That cargo you brought along is going to make a world of difference, too. It'll allow us to proceed with our terraforming initiative. Hopefully, no more towns will have to suffer the fate of the one down below us. Oh, we've shared our tar cannon data with everyone, by the way. I suspect you'll find it useful in your own work. Try it out. See if it suits your needs. You probably passed the town I mentioned on your way up here. At a glance, it might have looked like nothing more than a cluster of massive boulders. But those were once buildings. Places where people used to live. As the desert kept creeping closer, the town was abandoned overnight. They'd been forced to evacuate. The few who were left behind became BTs. Still, at least the exodus went to plan. There are no void-outs at any rate. Tar cannons are invaluable pieces of equipment that we use to combat forest fires. While fires are a common occurrence in this region, water is a precious resource. So these cannons were developed as extinguishers that utilize the tar contained within the earth itself. They leverage
leverage the tar's viscosity, making them one of the most effective methods of combating fire we have. When deployed on the ground, they can both extract and discharge tar simultaneously. You can pick up the cannon and use it on the go as well, but you'll be unable to refill its tar reservoir while doing so. If you find yourself caught in a wildfire, you'll need to figure out when to shoot and when to move in order to make it out alive.
That's going to be interesting.
This region was once filled with lush vegetation, over which birds soared and serenaded, until all that beautiful life fell prey to sudden desertification. We swore to do everything in our power to bring back what was lost. Around the time we got started, the APAC people showed up. With their help, we've been able to achieve a modest measure of success. But moving forward, we have to find a way to nurture and protect what little we have on our own. Thanks for everything, Sam. You and Drawbridge have helped ensure that these lands will one day be filled with life again, however long it takes. In particular, that comrade of yours has performed absolute miracles for us. If you're looking to link up with them, you'll find them in the ravine on the other side of the river, directly opposite this shelter. Come back and visit anytime.
Right. Time to meet up with our comrade. Let's see. They should be around here somewhere.
Okay. Is there something else? Don't know. Yeah, I better fabricate one real quick. I don't know if they're gonna throw a curveball at us or not. With it. Oof. Oof. Hopefully they'll pare that down to at least a large. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Okay. I think we're fine.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Keep dry as best you...
Are they up that way? Are they over there? Yeah, and they are.
Commencing route creation. Delivering.
Okay. Let's save. I'm gonna test this guy out to see if we need, possibly, to run a larger vehicle. My logic is this vehicle that I've got should be able to go through this stuff as long as it's showing yellow. This thing should only get maybe rolled over if it's doing a red. You know what? I know I just keeping on with okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna meet Rainy here.
Seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun. And I said I didn't like the way he got things done. Sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me. Raindrops falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Crying is not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me.
I think I spooked her. I really couldn't say. I certainly haven't ever seen her dance like that before.
It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me.
Go on, Sam. Follow her into that facility.
I thought these things were gonna be holograms. Especially at least this. I'm gonna grab my bike. That was fun. There were some interesting effects there though. So she's like the water's splashing up, kind of like anti-gravity weird stuff. I know it's in this the first game I was wanting there to be like upside down rain or something like that, but I don't know how. I still haven't figured out how you'd make that function well. But she also can reverse the timefall effect. So I guess she's gonna be the reason why Fragile's healed. Let's go ahead and run a save, run a save, run a save. I want you in my holster. I want you in the holster. Holstered. I want. That's in on the thing. Run one of these on the rack. Rack. Okay. I like that you can go down into these now. At least some of them. Whoa. Is this the terraform stuff?
Thanks for coming, Sam. I'm sorry about just now. I didn't know who you were at first.
You're the picture of health, Rainey.
You too, little man.
You had some kind of a trick for dealing with time fall?
Rainey, it's been too long.
Fragile.
Can't wait to see you again.
What are we waiting for, Sam? Let's head to the DHV Magellan. Fragile. Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet the old-fashioned way. Chirograms are great, but nothing beats a hug. Well, I'm sure you already know. This is Rainey. She's a good friend of the cause.
It really is a pleasure to meet you, Sam.
Nice to meet you too.
Glad to see you in good health.
And it's so good to see you all again.
Didn't notice her boots. I want to say, yeah, that was definitely the person in the chair in that video.
Sam, Charlie here. You may now undertake your next assignment. You can find the relevant main order by accessing the delivery
Oh boy. I really miss the taste of food. I was glad to see Rainey in such high spirits. She's grown so bright and energetic, almost unrecognizable from our first meeting. A pity that her child shows no similar signs of development. Rainey used to be much more quiet and withdrawn. She seemed averse to spending time with people. Dolls, too. It was singing and dancing that got her to open up. I'm something of a performer myself, though I've never showed anyone. The Rainbow Valley greenhouses are the product of our researchers' hard work. And thanks to you and me, those invaluable structures will endure for a good while yet.
I wonder if Lou has a exclamation point.
Nothing like a warm shower after a hard day's labor. Am I right, Sam?
Nice.
That looks wonderful.
Feels good.
Sam, you're Our next order requires you to recover an escaped kangaroo, the subject of an important experiment. Seems the bushland area it hopped off to is one where the chiral density is extremely high, meaning you'll need to get it back to the animal shelter ASAP to ensure its safety. This is a ticking clock situation, Sam. I'll brief you on the details while you review your map. Accept the main order from this delivery terminal when you're ready to get underway.
Timed mission? It's gonna be the first one of these. Let's do another save here. Okay. And we will see how tricky this will be. Actually, let's go into here. Okay, it's up here. It's across the river and then going to thing. It's all in the chiral network, so that's nice.
Hey Sam, Charlie here. Since this is your first order involving the capture and preservation of animals, allow me to provide additional information. The kangaroo you're looking for is somewhere in this area. Once you've arrived, use your Odra deck to begin searching for the creature. You can transport the kangaroo in your standard issue animal carrier. No need to fabricate anything unique. Get close enough to the kangaroo and deploy the carrier to capture it. It will be a bulky piece of cargo, but you should be able to carry it on your back like any other container. However, you will need to traverse some heavily wooded mountains as well as rivers and uneven terrain. Bear this in mind when considering what equipment to take with you. All right, time to proceed with route planning and final preparations.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt to do the vehicle, but let's take a look. Let's try another one here. Yeah, I'm gonna say we should be okay. Okay. We'll still be in the network, so we be able to flick from things to other things if we need to. I might choose to I don't know if I should bother with bringing a carrier with me. Said I didn't need to print anything, but where's the carrier at? Why isn't it deploying it to me right now? Are they gonna like show it to me?
Thank you.
I guess it just treats it like a corpse bag, I guess, maybe?
What in the world?
We have a situation, Sam. I'm tracking a fresh bushfire near the injured kangaroo's location. Clock's ticking. Secure the poor little bugger ASAP and bring the shelter onto the chiral network. Once the DHV Magellan can join you on site, we'll see what we can do about that fire.
Yeah, we may need to reload this one. Jesus.
Look out, Sam! Fire! We need to get away from here as quickly as possible. Sam, over there! I see the kangaroo! Get close enough to put it in an animal carrier for transport.
Oh shit. Fuck. I might need to rethink things here. Okay, first of all, we're just going to offload this. Secondly, we're going to try to offload. I might just try to leave the vehicle here and recover it after the fact. And run floating carrier to deal with excess. We'll have those two things there. Oh shit! I can do that in there instead too. Let's do that. Let's throw these things back onto me. Okay. We'll just abandon our first bike. Oh no. We'll throw that up there. Organize. I wish I could go under here and organize this specifically. But whatever. Okay, let's back out.
Right, time to make our getaway.
Okay, I think we'll hold on to this one right now. Hold on a second. Does this make the most sense? Guess it does. I can get back to that already deployed. Where's... okay, good. Thing down here. let's see here. Use. What's the range on this? Ugh.
Sam, it's impossible to put out a fire that's grown this massive. Escape is our only option. We need to find a way out and take it before it's too late.
I wasn't paid enough time to the time. I might want to do this one again. What the hell? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck? How do I set it down? Deploy. Let's go. Oh, crap. Use cannon. Pick up cannon. I could have definitely done that faster. I think I could have also, like, probably climbed out of there, maybe, too. Rather than... So, let's see. What? What? Is this a Where am I supposed to go?
Anybody out there?
Oh my god, I'm supposed to go that way? Okay, well, fuck. We starting over. We starting over. Okay. Let's, okay, which one is this? Because I think me coming up to this thing threw a weird save there, so, I don't know if this is the one we need here or not. I will try to load this one. But yeah, that's, no. Okay, yeah, the timer started. Okay.
What in the world?
What the fuck?
We have a situation, Sam. I'm tracking a fresh bushfire near the injured kangaroo's location. Clock's ticking. Secure the poor little bugger ASAP and bring the shelter onto the chiral network. Once the DHV Magellan can join you on site, we'll see what we can do about that fire.
Look out, Sam! Fire! We need to get away from here as quickly as possible. Sam, over there! I see the kangaroo! Get close enough to put it in an animal carrier for transport.
Okay. Okay, options. This on. This. And I'm pretty sure I have to go by foot. Yeah, I have to abandon the vehicle. Definitely need to get rid of this, though, just for the hell of it. No. Okay, we want just this stuff in here. This we want on Sam. We can, I'd like that just deployed onto Sam. Actively, yeah, let's get that there, yeah. And sticky gun. Razor. Back, yeah, okay.
Alright, time to make our getaway.
See if they give us a save here. No, didn't think so.
was marked as a dangerous location on your map, sir. We could get trapped here by the bushfire. Let's keep moving to ensure that doesn't happen.
Run, flash. Okay. Pick up, please. Ugh. Oh, fuck. Come on. Where am I going? From here.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation.
Fuck you.
Delivery route.
Okay, come on.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected.
When I say this is only an S-ranked possibility anyway. With a taste of the notion of timed.
You must be Sam. We've heard all about you from your friends at Drawbridge. Go ahead and connect us to the chiral network.
Go ahead. These guys look kind of cool. Decoy hologram grenade. Yep. This would be fun. Now I want to Death Stranding online. Not just basically doing what they did with Metal Gear Online.
Thank you, Sam. Don't worry about the fire. Rainey will put it out for us.
Tell me though, who is she exactly?
It's been about 6 months now, since I first heard about the girl who brought the rain.
Whenever I stepped outside, the timefall came. There was nothing that I could do to make it stop. And they hated me for it. Including my parents, who told me to leave. I was the witch who brought the timefall. A monster to be locked up in a cage. A few even tried to burn me alive. The most dedicated witch hunters. So I struck out on my own.
So it seems like there's this notion of this kind of rainbow drops, or splashes, but then it also feels like it is reversed falling. So it's not, instead of rain, it's like reversed rain, which I don't know what a good name would that would be. Because I know the thing my brains was saying is sky drops, the notion of falling towards the sky, but that's confusing. Ground drops is interesting too, but the notion of falling from the ground to the sky is, yeah.
I can't believe you found this. We'd all but given up hope. I hope you'll continue to work with us.
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
Yeah, I want to know what they're gonna call.
Seems to be all right, thank goodness. Oh, she's so very special to us, and we're relieved to have her back in one piece. Once she's had a bit more time to recuperate, we'll move her to the reserve next door, where you can visit anytime you like. By the way, we've uploaded our decoy holo grenade data to the network. You can trigger it remotely once thrown, creating a distraction that'll lure enemies away. It might just save your life if you run afoul of any troublemakers. Well, we first found her in an area with high concentrations of chiralium. How wild animals are affected by prolonged exposure is something we still don't understand completely. But it's thought this may be a key factor in how chiral creatures come into existence. So, you can see why our wee girl would be an invaluable research subject. It's where we look after the animals in our care. The vegetation around here didn't die out like elsewhere, and we still have a reliable water supply. After we screen each animal in our underground facilities, we release them into the reserve and monitor their health over time. When that kangaroo you rescued is strong enough, we'll move her up top where she'll be able to stretch her legs. That being said, changes in the environment can have a profound impact on many species, causing never-before-seen creatures to appear, throwing the ecosystem into chaos. Which is why we strive to preserve native animals here for future generations. Cheers, Sam. Really helped us out. At this rate, we're poised to lose so many native species that predate the Death Stranding. And once they're gone, there's no getting them back. Between the bushfires caused by chiral cinders and animals behaving strangely and getting hurt, it's been pretty bad. But I've heard that these environmental anomalies might be resolved once and for all when Australia is fully linked up. So I've got high expectations for you and your friends. Speaking of which, how would you feel about assisting us with our preservation efforts? It'd be a simple matter of capturing any wild animals you see out on their own and bringing them to us. Even a few would make a real difference. Give it some thought, eh?
Well done, Sam. Return to the DHV Magellan and report to the bridge. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about Rainey and her talents.
Order completed. Well done.
Okay, I'm gonna... Well, we'll offload it onto the Magellan. Let's go ahead and snag that decoy, though. They should have an extra spot for it. Okay. Floating carrier in hand. Right carrier. Cargo management, activate terminal via carrier. Can I detach? Okay. We'll try to see if our vehicle is still fine. Is it abandoned in there still? Yeah, it is. So we could go grab it. We'll do that. We might end up just taking someone else's to go get ours, though. Do we deal with it now? Yeah. We'll see if we can't push forward.
When she's outside, Rainey's constantly surrounded by timefall. But within a 1.5-meter radius of her body, a different kind of precipitation is observed. We call it core fall. Anything it touches is restored to an earlier state. In other words, it has the power to heal and repair, to counteract timefall's effects. Sadly, people only see the timefall, and not the remarkable woman standing in the eye of the storm. Still no signs of growth?
I should be due any day now. If things were normal, that is. But the baby's still stuck at 7 months.
She has still baby syndrome. Have you ever heard of it?
I met a few preppers in Mexico that had something like that.
They're not isolated cases. It seems to be happening everywhere. Though who knows if it's a syndrome or a symptom of something else.
Simply put, the fetus stops growing at about 7 months. To be clear, it doesn't die, but it no longer moves, as if it's frozen in time. Several treatments, including C-sections, have been attempted. Unfortunately, removal from the womb invariably results in death. And while not all pregnancies are affected, it's yet another contributing factor to the already low birth rate. The Genetic Diversity Conservation Initiative just isn't enough to compensate.
You got any idea what's causing it?
There's speculation that it's due to an imbalance in the beach itself. I'm sure it's been explained to you before that countless individual beaches exist, a multiverse of beaches, so to speak, and that they are all governed by an upper beach on a higher plane. Expansion of the chiral network to cover the whole UCA may have inadvertently disrupted the link to that beach. Or so they think.
BB units were also 7-month-old fetuses. So it's not hard to believe that the beach might very well influence the unborn.
While I can offer you no concrete answer, I can state that the plan to extend the chiral network into the Australian continent, to take it worldwide, is also intended to help restore balance to the aforementioned upper beach. And in doing so, it is possible that we may resolve the issue of still baby syndrome.
Still no dream.
Sam, it's Charlie. You'll be happy to hear that a request has come in which will take you to your next destination. Unfortunately, no nearby facilities have the capacity to prepare the cargo. So it's going to be a long-distance delivery from West Fort Knott instead. Moreover, this request requires you to transport a large quantity of cargo. Careful consideration will need to be given to your route and your means of traversing it. You'll also need to think about what equipment you might need. Only then should you commit to a plan of action. Access the delivery terminal at West Fort Knott to pick up this main order. Oh, and the DHB Magellan can take you there, if need be. Just open your ring terminal and select chart course to request transport.
Okay, let's do our routine. Eat, drink. Trying to think what else. I think we'll probably go try to grab our vehicle. And then drive it back up and then use the Magellan to take us the rest of the way. Think we'll check on me real quick. No, do this. Keeper's feeling better. Cool. Hey, Lou. And messed up. And then we look at him. That's his 2 cents.
That sure looked good, Sam. I was looking into the conditions that led to the bushfire we escaped. It seemed to have been caused by a phenomenon known as chiral cinders. Unlike other items washed by the currents, cinders violently erupt from the tar and soar through the sky before crashing to the ground. This phenomenon has been observed across the continent and has led to an increase in bushfires. It's one more potential threat to keep an eye out for. Ever wanted to learn more about the various creatures housed at the animal shelter, Sam? Well, there's a speaker outside the facility that they use to broadcast updates. Might be good to check in on some of the animals we've taken there once in a while. I'm so glad that we were able to save that kangaroo's life. It's easy to forget that humans aren't the only creatures affected by the Death Stranding. Protecting our remaining wildlife isn't just the right thing to do. It can also help us to better understand how the environment has changed.
So from my perspective, it's two worlds are colliding to each other. And currently with the gazers, it feels like they are like, there's this like weird like spookiness to them at the beginning, but then also this remorse and like why vibe. So it's almost like the gazers are an evolution of us attacking the beach, and it's like they don't understand what we're doing and why we're doing it, kind of thing, which is a little bit in conflict, I feel, with the chiral handcuff cutting thing, which seems like a positive thing, where you're untethering them from this side and freeing them rather than like hurting them. But this notion of the gazers, the watchers, and now these fire things, dolphins or orcas or whatever they are, seem like the technology in my mind from one portion of that realm as actual missiles. So this is them attacking us for attacking them, because we have this incompatibility of language and don't understand what we're doing to each other.
Rainey was a vision to behold. To put out that fire so effortlessly. Her powers are incredible, don't you think? The kangaroo you rescued is currently being cared for and studied at the animal shelter. You know, if you ever want to stop by and see how it's doing, I wouldn't object. Are you curious how I maintain my youthful appearance? It's because Rainey lets me shower in her core fall from time to time. I don't really have anything else to say right now.
I don't like core fall. It kind of makes sense that she's like the eye of the storm, and it's the fall that's within her stuff. But it's time fall. Yeah. I don't know if the English language has a really good thing for it. If I was going to paint it as a notion of an idea, it would just be the idea of rain, timefall that got caught in her space basically would reverse. So it's almost like there's like this weird like she's a toroidal vortex kind of a thing from one direction though. She's only spiraling stuff up and out, so she's almost like creates a vortex like a tornado, but non-spinning. It's just flowing upwards. So anything that gets close to her within that range, then it goes up. But that still doesn't flow how it's looking either, because it looks like it's actually coming out of the ground flowing up. So it's almost like the ground is raining upwards a little bit. But then it's like she's able to touch stuff and heal it from that point too. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that one to see if I can come up with a better definition or word that I would be using for that. Okay, let's look at this. Because I know I've had that idea before the other game came out, so I have. So I'm kind of confused by this. She can localize hill stuff, which is interesting. So she's really good within the notion of shelters, I would assume. I would assume she would be able to use her abilities possibly in shelters, maybe? That's a question. Because it kind of sounds like she's creating it out of just the air, the water in the air, maybe. So yeah, if she can do it, if we see evidence of her being able to core fall indoors, that's interesting. That'd be interesting. I'm trying to think I actually want Rainey to fix Sam's hair. Like his dye goes out, and then she actually heals his hair. Trying to think. I probably would choose the notion of retfall, maybe. Or confall. Ret would be for retcon. But retcon is already... Retcon fall is probably too bit much. Time fall? Retcon fall? But that's the vibe that I think I would go for. Doing another shorthand to that seems a little bit odd. Okay, let's just go up. Yeah, I was thinking that our first fight with Neil is going to happen pretty soon here, so let's put away this for now. Where are you at? Stability. Locker. And if we can retrieve that other one while we're down there, we'll do that. Oh, cool. Alright. Man.
Anybody out there?
Cause yeah, I could see Kojima actually doing Japan on top of Australia in this game. Cause I feel like it would be small enough of a extra thing. It would just basically, you could kind of feel like the beginning one, maybe a little bit bigger. I would have to see a map of relationship of size comparatively to the other continents, though, that he's done. Okay, let's do this. Something in my house. Interesting.
Hey, Sam, why don't you let...
Damn it. Have them talk through the load, please. I think I might. Let's do this first. I'm gonna save after this. I'm going to try to grab...
Hey, thanks. Is this cargo what I think it is? Wow, you're the greatest.
They did a good job with her face. How much it's being animated. I think some of the other characters don't feel more stiff.
Now displaying your current quarter grade.
That's that then. Thanks.
Yeah, that felt stiff a little bit there, though.
Well done.
Maybe it depends on core, like, animation stuff. Some of them were more robotically done, and some were more, like, where they actually did more facial capture type stuff. Let's look in here. Move this into here for right now. I want to move this into Magellan at some point, but, facility, okay. Let's go to this. This. Save. Then we're going to go to here. Okay, take on order. Do not simmer. Okay, this is an up there and back again. We won't do that. I want go grab my vehicle. To the birds. Try and get a delivery for food. Okay. I am going to see if we can't do both of these. I'm going to see if it's possible. We'll look to see how crazy that is for Sam. Arrange. Alright. Yeah. The only thing I could see myself doing different here is maybe trying to get this one here. Oh, I've got it. Cool. If I need that, I can run that. Okay. Let's try to just head out. I'll do another save.
Order accepted.
Okay, let's head for our bike and then we'll go from there. If there is... you know what? I might choose to make this just easy on ourselves. Let's... I'm gonna go to the garage and just snag someone else's thing and swap. Ooh, swoop. I think I could... Oh, that would have been smart to grab that other stuff to bring on here. Crap, I don't have any. I haven't moved any of those other ones on here. Oh well. I think we will move this off onto the carrier though, so I'm just faster. Let's do that. Load. Huh. That's weird. No, I know where it's hiding. It's hiding here. Okay. And we're auto-connected? Yeah. Thank goodness that's such a thing. That's... that's not worth grabbing this direction. If I come back this way, possibly. So I wonder if they just changed the color textures on these things to do this burnt effect, so it's not that hard of a transition. Or it's just doing that type of a swap. Still kicking. Ugh. I left something behind, I guess. Oh, that's the grenades. Let's see if this thing down here is still here. It is, it is. Should I leave it? Oh, that's someone else's thing. Yeah. I'll let it slide. So, let's save first, and then I'm going to try to trank this guy. Okay. And
let's get a move on.
Sam, there's an animal that appears to be on its own. This could be a good opportunity to assist the shelter with their preservation initiative.
huh. That is also cool that it auto re-equips this too. Climb in. That just, oh, that is sick. It is unnecessary though. Hey, bud.
Keep on keeping on. Hey, yeah. Yo.
Wonder what the getting 5-star with the porters give you.
Let's get a move on.
Okay. Select entrust cargo to specify an animal carrier to be collected and delivered by another porter. The animal carrier. Okay. Cool, you can actually do that with animals.
Reviewing the order information.
Drum roll. Yes.
Content settings suffered. I believe this data could be of use to you. Take it. With my thanks.
Backpack data. Cool.
We're increasing the amount of materials allocated.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
The data I'm sharing with you is...
Oh, damn it. Sharing with you is for solar generator that can be attached to your backpack.
When equipped, it uses solar power to automatically recharge your batteries over time. It can be a real lifesaver, especially when you're traveling between places you know don't have traditional generators. Try it out, and I know you'll agree.
I could see running that if there's more that the notion that I was running or thinking it was going to be a thing where you would have lack of chiral network and you had to traverse through it. Locked? I guess that metal can't be used. It has to be delivered. Yes, that's why. Makes sense. Place that in the locker. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna move this stuff. Oh. stuff. Okay. Got orders. Oh. Okay. Yep. Come on. Come on. Silly. I thought this was gonna be the thing. No. The birds are doing it because they want them to feed. Yeah. Yeah. Good job. What are they gonna give us?
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Order completed. Well done.
Let's see here. Nope. Okay. Let's head on out. Still wish I could organize from this position. From here. Maybe there'll be some way to automate it a little bit to explain it. I know if we had carried a large or extra large, I think it would be. Maybe you could shrink it down to a large. But a robot that could fold out and then do certain tasks alongside you would be cool. And then that would be a part of that with maybe a perk thing as well. Okay, do I just... Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the shortcut here. We are. There's no reason to... Let's see here. Let's get Magellan to come here. Well, I guess there was a reason not to do this, but I'm gonna do it. There's a bunch of packages up that way that I wasn't gonna grab. Apparently I should have grabbed them. Oh, okay, living cargo is detected on board Magellan. The risk of this contamination means the ship is unable to move. Okay, cool. Alright. Touche. See, I'm surprised that they're allowing me to do some of the other cargo that way. I wonder, but I haven't tried main missions. So, I assume main missions also have that same type of a, hey, we can't do that. That will just let us grab a bunch of these to hopefully get another upgrade. Oh, there's some more animals. We're grabbing all the animals. Damn it. There we go. Please. Nice and back. Please. There may be one or two reasons why this is not working. Let's either okay. There should be more room over there, right? Mazer. Sticky gun. Okay, beautiful. Good. Yep. So animals are have to be transported via like direct stuff. Like it has to physically actually travel the distance. There is no warping, there is no... He's got 2 thumbs up. Can I give him specific? No.
Hey, mine's heavier. Hey, mine's heavier.
Such that's some cheeky ass shit right there. Mine's heavy. He ain't lying. So I'm wondering if an area that gets hit by the fires happen again. Not gonna waste the space. I'm pretty sure this stuff right here I should be able to get up. I can get the right angle. Pit.
Weapons detected. Be advised that usage inside facility grounds.
The delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
So I wonder if there's a limit to a species? Can't say that word right now. Like, can you only have 2?
We appreciate you working at this late hour.
Every animal?
Just checking the order details now. Caught as an animal? That's great. We'll take good care of our new friend. We have some data that we think you might like. Give it a look.
Stealth. Hologrenade. Yeah, this is basically one of the key things for my Raiden game. This is cool. Which is a kind of a thing they did before, but you were stationary. This is much better. So one's a decoy to draw, and this one does something else. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to carry at least one of these on me.
We're upping the amount of materials you can take.
Now displaying your current order grade.
This data we've shared with you is the schematic for a holo grenade you can use to conceal your presence. Just toss it somewhere you want to hide, then activate it to generate a hologram that'll fool just about anyone. You can shelter behind, or even inside this hologram if you like. Of course, it won't work if the enemy sees you while you're attempting to hide, but if you use these grenades wisely, you can remain undetected for ages. If you like the sound of that, enjoy.
Order completed. Well done.
Oh, that was that one. Yeah, that's right. I'll move it by that, but let's grab this and take it to the ship.
Yeah, sure thing.
We can't thank you enough. Safe travels.
Hey, Zu. I'm not sure if you're still there. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, it just barely just sent me those things visually on the system. Faces pass? What's that? You saying that their faces look good? Let's see here. I was saying that earlier, if that's what you were saying. Fabricate equipment. No. What am I trying to do? Yes, we're going to look at interesting real quick. Is he 5-starred? Let's back out. I really wish they would give us more information. I want a little picture of the person, not just knowing the name, text. Because quick acquisition, if they had that picture of his little face, really small, we could tell the people that can see, the people that can't see the thumbnail would be able to read. And then it'd be nice also maybe if this game had some like audio stuff or vision impaired. But let's see here. How do I do this? Okay, he's not 5-starred. So I want to keep his stuff. Where is it? Ugh. Come on. Who do I know that I can then trust? I know I have the lone commander, so I can trust his stuff.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter.
I'm hoping it actually is transporting it to this, to the Magellan so that it is easier to actually find its home. Because I want to say this is the best place to actually offload stuff to other people. Because they'll be able to just grab a bunch of stuff out of their thing and then fast travel and then just get it. Like I plan on doing with this government guy, probably real quick here. So I'm curious if he'll give us anything like the loaned guy did. Let's see here. We'll put this... No, not interested. We just want to put this away. Okay. Yeah, this stream has been good. I've done a lot. About to stop though. It looks like it's almost midnight, and I am past the 2.5 hour mark as well. So need to suss out all the stuff that I need to figure out what I need to do. I think, yeah, it makes sense to just take a look at what we have. So there is a mission here for something up that way. We'll take a look at that. I do want to do this real quick before we call it. I wanted to check out the VR to see if there was any extra stuff with these extra weapons. Nope. Odd. Let's see if they let us test any of this stuff out, though, in here. Do we not get access to the holo grenade in here? Lame. Oh. Can we change what it is? Interesting. Okay, the other thing I was curious about is how long do they just sit there for? Okay, it's starting to disappear. Interesting. What I'll do is save and reload test the other stuff. They're not giving me in here. Yeah, I don't understand why they don't give us full access. Maybe inside I might be able to do that, because I might be able to look at it and then actually click on it and say, hey, give me a VR situation about this. But here, let's just do a quick save. Come on. What is my thumbs doing? And then we'll... Okay. So I'm curious about this new grenade, decoy, stealth hologram. There's two things I'm curious about. Is it precise to that location? Can I throw it and then can I pick it up if I don't deploy it? Oh, I can kick it around. Weird. Okay, the other test is on a hill. Or a row. Yes, yeah, I'm curious if it... Yes, it will. So it's, the other thing is I wonder if it's smart. Or is it just that? Is it just going to be this thing? Interesting. Cool. Cool. Alright, let's work on our synopsis. Rundown. What we did. This stream was busy. Okay. So in this stream, we went from, was it West Knot? To up to Rainy. Then there was a retrieval thing for an animal, a kangaroo, that which was connected with a timed thing that turned into a thing with what do you call it? Fire dolphins coming from the sky, creating a flash fire, and then from there we then delivered stuff, unlocked the holographic stuff, a couple of those, coming back and forth and getting some more animals within that area. So yeah, there's quite a few cutscenes with Rainy and her info dump. I'm assuming we're going to get a lot of that. That's how he's outsourcing a lot of the extra stuff, which is a little bit weird, because I feel like a lot of those scenes they be showing made the game feel bigger than it is, or could make the game feel bigger than it is. So if he's doing a lot of flashback stuff, then the core breadth of the game could be a little bit more tight. I'm hoping just to see more and more leveling up of kit and stuff, though. But okay, that's it. Thanks for dropping by, Zoo, if you're still there. Let's see here. It's 12:03. Great, good. This is a good place to stop it. So this is Stealth Artisan Live. I'm ASHLER. This is part 21 of our Death Stranding 2 streams. As always, as we return to the shadows, let us praise the moments we share. Till next time.